So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my many piercings. I'm making this video because I've seen a lot of people talking about their piercings, and I have a lot aside from my Cheeto fingers. People often ask me about them, like the pain scale, how long it took for them to heal, and I recently got a new one, so in total I think right now I have 3, 6, 7, 8.
One eternity later.
9, 10, 11. I have 11 piercings together. First and foremost, my ears, they're not even. I pierce them differently because, I don't know, I think it just looks cooler to me. So, this ear, I have 2. So I have 2 cartilage, and most people get them up here, but I wanted them like center ear, so that's why they're like more in the middle. And then I have these 3 earlobe piercings. It's pretty simple. And then on this ear, I have the rook piercing, and then I have the 3 earlobes, and I have a tragus. So it's this ear. And then the one that you can't see is my belly button piercing. So which ones I got first? Obviously, when I was a baby, I got my ears pierced, the first lobe. When I turned 15, I got my second piercings. When I turned 16, I got the third one. And this one actually got infected, so for a year, I had to take it out, and then I re-pierced it, and I think it got infected because of the jewelry I was using the first time, but after I put it in, it healed. And then I got these when I was 16 as well. On this ear, the tragus piercing, I actually got it, I'd say a few months ago. I got it like 5 months ago, which, yeah, it's pretty recent. And then I got the rook piercing 2 weeks ago from today, so pain scale. Okay, so I've had the earlobe piercings for over years now, like 3 years. The first one I had, obviously, since I was a baby, so many years. These 2 I've had for like 5 years now. The pain scale on the lobe piercings, from 1 to 10, I'm gonna rate each piercing. These were a 1. Like, I'm pretty good with like piercings. Like, honestly, I can tolerate like pain, you know. Just like people get like addicted to tattoos, like, you know, for me it's earrings. Like, I love piercings. I don't know, like I have way too many at this point, but I like them. So yeah, these are like a 1. These 2, they're around a 2 or a 3. They didn't hurt too bad. I did get these with a gun, which obviously they do not recommend. I don't recommend either, but I wasn't very like informed at the time, but they did heal well. So these are regular size piercings. Obviously they use different gauges, like depending on the needle and where the placement is. So yeah, these take about, I don't know how long they say it takes to heal. It'd be like a month, 2 months. I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but mine healed within like 2 weeks. I'm really good at taking care of my piercings. If you guys want like a video on how I do that, then just comment down below. But yeah, these ones took a few more months. They took like about 2 to 3 months to heal. My piercings do heal pretty quick. So on this ear, the tragus took 2 weeks to heal. They say it takes 6 months, but mine healed very quickly. As I said, I take very good care of my earrings. So this one, on the other hand, so yeah, the pain scale is like a 2 to 3 on these. The tragus piercing was about a 3, solid 3. It wasn't too bad. It felt probably as painful as an earlobe piercing. The rook, I would say, is the most painful piercing out of all of the piercings that I have gotten. This one is pain scale, if you want my raw honesty, it is a 10. It hurts so bad. It hurt when they put the jewelry in. It hurt when they pierced it. It hurt when right after I got it done. It hurts now. Like, when you get this piercing, you have to be so careful because any sudden movement will irritate it. Like, even now, like if I go like this, like it hurts. Like, you know, it's good not to sleep on the side where your piercing is either, so I try to sleep on my left side. But yeah, this one, and it's important to clean it 3 times a day. I always move it up and down, and I twist it just so it won't heal in place. But yes, this is about a 10, I would say. But they said I could switch out my piercing within 3 months, but I'm not gonna do that because it's pretty painful. So as of now, it's healing pretty well, I think. It's red, it's a little red, a little swollen, but nothing too bad. As for this one, the pain scale 1 to 10 for my navel piercing, I would say is about a 8. This one is probably the second most painful piercing I had, but I would say the belly button piercing healing process is probably the worst. I got it done in October, I think it was October when I got it done. It was supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but supposedly they're supposed to lube the needle so it can slide through better, easier, faster. They didn't do that for me, so it kind of got stuck halfway and then they shoved it through. But it wasn't too bad. Like, when the needle did hurt, but when they put the jewelry, it didn't hurt. But what was the most painful part for me was the healing process. This one took about, I got it October, November, December, January, February. It took 5 months for it to heal. They say it takes a year, I think, for it to heal, around there. But they say within like 2 to 3 months you can switch it out. But I couldn't, because I would try to put it through and it would bleed. It would be so painful. Like, every time I would try to change my jewelry and my piercing, it was just a nightmare. Like, I remember I changed it once. I changed it to a certain piercing that I bought, and you have to make sure that every piercing you get is like medical, what's it called? It's like medical metal, something like that. It's like sterilized, something like that. Because if you get the fake jewelry, that's gonna irritate it even more, and I learned that the hard way. But as soon as I switched it out back to the original piercing, which is this one, this is the original piercing they give you, it healed. Like, okay, so I switched out the piercing and then I put this one in, and then officially, like 5 months later, like, I would move it around, I would look at it, because I would clean it day and night, like 3 times a day. I did that for months, and then I finally like switched out the piercing. It didn't bleed, it didn't hurt. And ever since that day, I've been switching it out. So it took me about 5 months to heal, but I would say this is the worst healing process. Like, you have to be very committed to get this one, because I've also heard of like migrations. I'll put a picture here so you can see. It's kind of gross, but your piercing will migrate if it rejects the jewelry too. That's why you have to make sure that you have the right sterilized jewelry in there, that it's not fake, so it doesn't irritate it. Because it is basically an open wound, so that's not very, good. I also put a picture here of the wound wash I use, because they say to use salt water and all that, but I would definitely recommend just going to Walgreens and buying this solution, because literally it's like $5 and it lasts you months, and it doesn't burn, it doesn't itch, it cools your piercings down. It's perfect. Because one mistake I made, I'm so dumb, like, I had this clear solution, because they give you a big bottle for your piercings. I was using that on my belly button piercing. I only did it once though, and then I read on it, and don't ever do that, because that's only for your ears, and this is like flesh, this is like your stomach, your skin, and that could irritate it more. So that's probably why, part of the reason it was so irritated. But as of now, like, all my piercings, every piercing I have is healed except for this rook piercing, but it's because I got it 2 weeks ago. But yeah, like, if you guys have any more questions about it, I just want to make a video to see if you guys were interested. So yeah, on the pain scale, I would say it's these, then tragus, then the navel, and then finally the rook. And that is the pain scale. So yeah, I'll insert the pictures of the migrated piercing, and then the solution I use, and then yeah, I could make a tattoo video too if you guys want. I only have 2, but like, there's a story behind them. I could tell you guys where I got them, how much I paid, the healing process on those, and yeah, my parents' reaction, because they were not happy about it. But when you go through stuff, you just do stupid things. But that's the life of a young adult. But yeah, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.